food in plastic boxes and send it out, we most likely would have killed our reputation. Simply because we come from a perspective to say food quality first. Because a lot of players in the market are by now the very intelligent, smart tech kids and tech entrepreneurs who develop platforms which we all heard of. And by no means I mean to discredit them. I also engage when I need a quick bite. You have Damakan, you have the hawker where you want to have your chicken rice, and there is a vast variety that you can get delivered nowadays. We believe we would like to be an alternative if it should be a little more upgraded version of a delivery experience. Meaning that when you get our food and you have a family dinner at home or a little party or you need a small catering, this is where we would like to be considered. And so how did we do that? Well, with 5 restaurants, we have about 400 dishes that we cook daily for the individual places, and 80 out of those actually made it into our delivery platform. And these dishes have been researched and developed to say, if I send this to you and you reheat it and you eat it, would you think you have a restaurant experience, or would you think this is just another takeaway food? So we wanted to make very sure that it's not just another takeaway food, basically. And so what we do is, we don't send you warm dishes. We send you actually cold dishes. And this was quite an experience because we had some of our friends or regular customers that we asked, please try. So over the last 3 weeks, we sent our food to our friends and asked them to comment on it. And it didn't even take the second delivery and somebody say, hey, your food arrived ice cold. And I said, yes, that is the intention. And so that is a little bit of an educational hurdle for us to overcome. Why do we do that? Because we believe that by blast chilling, and I explain this to you a little more later, we preserve the integrity of aroma, flavor, texture, and also avoid the food to have an accumulation of bacteria, which ultimately means that you have the liberty to place your order any time of the day, and once you receive it, by all means place it in the fridge, eat it for late dinner. It will assure of a shelf life of up to 48 hours, which means that you could even deliver something and get it home today for tomorrow lunchtime. In the future, we anticipate to say we push this even further, researching our packaging a little more to give it potentially a shelf life of even 3 to 4 days, so that you have ready-made meals, restaurant-grade quality. Now I talk a lot, and I know that many of you probably had, who of you had actually food delivery to their home? Hands up. You do. You don't do food delivery. You cook yourself. Nice. So if I can convince you that if you don't want to cook, you order from me, then I did my job. So actually, there is no rocket science behind it. But we base our delivery idea on 3 core aspects. Number one, an aspect that we felt very strongly about was try to be a little environment friendly. You might be one of the people who get home deliveries in plastic bags that's staple on your kitchen shelf. You don't know what to do with it. And you can reuse it to a certain degree, but once you have 20, 30 at home, it goes in the landfill. Maybe we are a little early on that, but I believe in the long run it serves us to say that all our packaging material is biodegradable, except that styrofoam cup you see. So that's why I say we are not 100% environment friendly, we are, I give it 99%. And what I mean by that is I'm going to showcase you later, I bring you to our packaging area, and I show you the materials we use. It took us a while to find those the local market now starts to actually experiment on bio-friendly packaging, just that the variety of sizes that was offered was all very small. It was like a burger clamshell, or it was a little soup cup, and admittedly the food we create would not fit in that. So we found a company which is headquartered in Australia with a presence in Singapore. They are called BIO-PAK. And what they developed and engineered, very intriguingly, is based on sugar bagasse, which is the byproduct of sugar refinery when you actually take the sugar cane and you squeeze it like you get your sugar cane juice, and then the bagasse material is formed. And what makes this very attractive is it's compostable. It will basically decompose in a landfill in 3 months, and there's no residue. And it is also heat resistant, which I found very interesting. That means you can take that package and you put it in the oven at 220 degrees and it can take the heat. You can put it in the microwave, it will not melt. And so one aspect of our dishes was we wanted to make it look pretty when we get it. Sounds a bit vain, but we felt like the unpacking exercise of you get your food home and the first impression counts somehow. Make sure it's aesthetically pleasing and you would look at it and eat it with appetite. So those considerations we took into account, and you're going to see in a short while what we mean by that. Can you actually check in the kitchen on the papas? We're going to feed you a couple of things that you can order from us today. Right? So categorically we were not quite sure what exactly we're going to put online, and admittedly we try run at the moment. So 80 dishes is a lot of stuff. But since we do everything on a daily basis anyway, we said, let's see how the market responds and what they actually appreciate and what are the things nobody cares about, so we can delist that. So packaging material, number 1. Number 2, integrity of food. And now number 3, integrity of beverages, actually. Here we go. Okay. So you will not get a plate like this when you deliver from us, but it gives you a snapshot of a couple of things that we do. So in front of you are 4 canapes.